This is Python's Paradise. This is your host, Greg Gilbert, aka the Python Hyena, straight out of Fredericton, New Brunswick, Canada. And folks, here we are on August the 28th, 2022. And I've been up a while. I did an overnight shift at the hospital, COVID cleaning last night. Then I had to clean another location this morning. And then I come here and got showered up, not in the car wash, mind you, but I got
That's a
showered.
shame.
Yeah, I know they weren't open that early, but I got showered up, fed my kitty cat, who's licking himself over here, and then come on here, and then I work again in 2 hours. So I could say I'm about as busy as the Greasy Strangler.
That I guess. But the best time to use the car wash is when it's closed.
Oh, go keep that in mind.
It's much cheaper.
Folks, I give you the stars of the Greasy Strangler. We have Big Ronnie himself, Michael St. Michael's, and we have Big Braden, Sky Elobar. And there we go. Look at the Blu-ray. Look at that. Look at that.
There it is. Let me sign that real quick.
Yeah, I wish you could sign it. We gotta get you guys to a con down here, and I'm gonna be talking. I'm going to
up there.
Up there. I'm going to be talking to, because I'm going to do 2 of them this October, and I'm going to speak to the promoters and see what I can do with you guys next year, because I think it would be great to have you guys come to Horrorama or Frightmare in the Falls. So I'll talk to Chris Alexander or in James Ponce and see what I can arrange, and hopefully, yeah, I think it'd be.
Get a hold of Rebecca K. Feldman at the Bix .co or Bix at the Bix.co, because she handles me and tells me where I'm going and what I'm doing.
Yeah.
In Canada.
Does she ever, just for fun, just send you someplace, just, like call you up and ask you if your refrigerator's running and tells you run out and catch it?
Hey, Greg.
Yeah.
Forgive me for my ignorance.
I let Prince Albert out of the can yesterday, though.
Yeah?
I can't visualize Canada right now. It's like 10 in the morning. Where is it in relation to Calgary? New Brunswick.
New Brunswick.
I
think Calgary's like 2 hours behind us. I'm 4 hours ahead of you here in New Brunswick. Nobody knows where New Brunswick is, but if you're familiar with the Trailer Park Boys, they surfaced in and around here. So, the Trailer Park Boys are. I know there's at least one of them that's from New Brunswick. I don't know if they all are, but in around New Brunswick or Nova Scotia. So
yeah. Okay, so you're east. Gotcha.
Yeah.
You know Wayne Doba?
Huh?
Do you know of a Wayne Doba?
Wayne Doba.
He's a performer, works with his wife. They have a theater somewhere around where you are. But they've been closed down a while.
I've heard that name before.
Yeah, I know. That's why I thought I'd ask.
Well, but it's after 2:00 where I am right now. I work at the hospital again after 4. Yeah, I COVID clean. I don't see any Greasy Strangler victims in there though.
I'll send you one.
I cleaned a room last night with my coworker that looked like a slasher film victim was in there.
You've seen my bedroom.
There you go. Oh, it's great to have you two back. I've had you both on solo, and it was just great to have you two come on here together. And ordered a beanie from Sky, and for some weird reason, it had my old address on it. So I've been here for 2 years, so I can't figure out how I screwed that up. And it had to be on my end, but nonetheless, I paid for your postage so you could resend it. So my apologies for that screw up.
No worries, man.
Yeah. But are you two going to take turns wearing it before you send it?
No, I won't touch his stuff.
Well, Big Braden, will you touch Big Ronnie's stuff?
Absolutely. I go
Yeah.
into his room all the time,
Yeah.
see what he's doing. I lurk around, see if I can, notice any oily substances, glistening off the dresser or off his bed.
Well, that's because I make my own olive oil in my bedroom. It's extra virgin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many times do you wear a mustache in full sky?
Well, I've got a movie opening tomorrow in London where I have a mustache.
What is the movie?
It's called Smash Mouth 2 or the one that
yes,
Fright Fest
it's
in London
with Bill Whedon.
Yeah,
I had
you
him
know
on
him?
here. Yeah, I had him on here. Yes, we
cool.
talked about that movie.
Yeah.
Isn't he from Canada originally?
I don't know. I know he's got hair like Michael.
Yeah, I'll show you something. Hang on.
Sure.
Uh-oh, here he goes. He won't come back now.
Oh, yeah. Then you'll have to do it all by yourself. What's that saying in your shirt? Listen to Bigfoot?
Yeah, listen to Bigfoot Metal.
What's Bigfoot Metal?
It's a metal band down in Alabama or Kansas. Really great. Really,
Okay.
really. Look up Bigfoot Metal.
I don't know
Oh
if you
wow, the once and future smash. I want to see that, and I reached
side
out.
with the mustache is me, and the side without it is Will Wheaton.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah, because I first caught wind of this movie when I discovered that Melanie Kinnaman's going to be in it, and I think she is absolutely gorgeous. I've had her on here a couple times, and I'm like, oh, if she's in this, I got to pay attention. Turns out I've interviewed a lot of people in that movie, a lot. And the female director I have had contact with, I got to reach out again and have her come on here and talk about it. But she said nice things about you, by the way. What'd you do? The female director, who her name escapes me right now.
Oh, Sophia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you do to fool her?
Well, I'm full of bullshit. I can bullshit anybody.
He can't bullshit me.
I don't have to bullshit him. I can evict him.
Yeah, that's total bullshit artist. Who here? We gotta settle this right here and now. Who's the bigger bullshit artist?
I am. I've had more. I'm older. I've had more practice, and women like me.
Well, he would say bullshit to that.
Well, yeah, but he doesn't have a chance.
I wouldn't say bullshit to him being a smoothie because he's a smoothie.
See?
What about you, Sky? Are you smoothie?
I'm not a smoothie. No. I'm just a cheesy old cornball.
A cheesy old cornball. Well, how many times do you run out in the middle of the night there, in the middle of the street there in your underwear and wail at the heavens?
Once, when he was in the other room with Janet.
Well, since Janet's not part of the picture now, is it just you two, or do you guys have
Greasy Strangler 2?
You don't have any other girl?
Greasy Strangler 2.
The musical.
Okay, what about your manager, Michael? Does she manage you both?
No.
She's not going to come there and be. Rebecca would love that.
No, like Rebecca and I both have issues with him.
Yeah? Why?
Yeah.
Because he runs around in his underwear too much?
Just because he's a general asshole. I mean, you know, he's always making things that I don't like happen and changing things and
Like
and
what?
getting in the way of what I'm doing. And you know,
Give examples.
okay, I was supposed to do this film in Iowa, and I would have been done shooting it before this con, and he convinced the producer to postpone the shoot. And in doing that, I not only didn't get to shoot those scenes that I was supposed to do before we did this, he fired the female lead and had a recast. So if he hadn't shown up and done that, I would have been able to work twice because they would have had to bring me back to work again. And it's not like I'm, you know, begging for money, but I am a charity case.
I'm calling bullshit on that.
Yeah, I call bullshit on that too. But we've already established he's the biggest bullshit artist.
And he's the biggest reason for it.
So who was the female lead?
I shouldn't really say that.
Why?
She was
Because he doesn't remember.
no, I remember, you know, in like the Miss America type thing, or Miss USA, something, one of those big international or national contests. She was the winner of that state.
Okay, I'm calling bullshit on that
she was
too.
the runner-up in the finals, I think. I don't know, but at any rate, they just had a huge disagreement, and now he's got a new person.
Let me guess, Sky and Drag?
I think, yeah, I don't think Sky and Drag would do it.
I would do it if they wanted me to.
Yeah, that's true, but he'd have to shave off his mustache.
No,
Wow.
keep that.
Come on,
Could be a really hairy female.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, actually, this person is, because they're kind of furry, half creatures from the forests.
Well, talk about Once a Future Smash. Talk about what that's about. I heard Bill talk about it. What's your description of it?
Well, it's probably the same as his. There were two of us who did the movie because I was originally the star, and then I pissed him off so bad that I got fired, and they hired him to do the last scene, and then I spent years trying to destroy this person's career when he had none.
Kind of like what you did with Sky and Greasy Strangler.
Well, I didn't really have to try with Will. I mean, he had no career.
Oh God!
Yeah, so it was really
Will love that.
There you go.
I know. We were just talking this morning, and he was talking about how wonderful it'd be to be in the same room with me, and I said, "Well, I'm not holding my breath." And yeah.
Well, who else did you work with in the film? Just Bill?
Yeah, pretty much. I did another one where I worked with Patty Mullen, the Frankenhooker.
Is she go be the Greasy Strangler's new love interest?
I don't know, but the film was called Strange Toys, and I think I won best villain. No, best villain in at that film festival for my Mr. Willie.
Strange Toy. Okay, I'm looking at that right here now. I think that came up since you and I had our last interview.
Yeah, it was a quickie. And
Okay.
and then there's another one where I'm a day player in called The Sitter. That's opening at South by Southwest. The next South by Southwest, I think it's September. Or no, it's called A Spoonful of Sugar now. It was The Sitter when we shot it. And I just had this really great little scene in there. I hope I made the cut because I love doing it. And I love the people I work with.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. We're both part of a project because, of course, I did mention, of course, we're both part of Cool as Hell too.
Yes.
You know,
And you'll even admit it.
Cool as Hell too. What is that?
James Balsamo. He got to work with this gorgeous tattoo-clad babe in it. He's,
Here somewhere.
yeah, I don't think it'll ever become a classic.
Well, it's certainly better. It's better than some of those things that you shoot for $1.95.
Yeah,
But
I've done 9 Balsamo movies, and I never even had to leave here to do it. I just shot my stuff and sent it, and he sticks it in the movie. So
Yeah.
Eric Roberts is watching me on the television, and it wants blood, and I'm like, I worked with Eric Roberts without working with him.
Yeah. I've
But
got one like that called Witches in the Sand.
that is another one that you and I are part of.
Are you part of that too?
I had Tony Marden on here, and Tony, I said to Tony I wanted to be part of it, but my budget was limited, and I said, look, I don't know whether to buy the Blu-ray perk or have my picture put in the movie. He told me, and this is how a stand-up guy Tony is, told me buy the Blu-ray and he'll have my picture put in the film. And it would have cost more to put my picture in the film. So I thought,
Greg, are you an actor?
No.
Oh.
Just some people like James Balsamo really want to damn their projects. So they ask me.
They want to what their project?
They want to damn they really want to up their chances of winning a Razzie. So they ask me to be part of it. But nonetheless, no, I'm not an actor at all. But James has been on here 3 times, and he asked me one night to shoot my own death scene for Cool as Hell too.
Yeah,
look at that.
Me and
this thing on here?
Caroline Winkler.
And
That boy, she's
and
beautiful.
Balsamo and Kate Richardson, and we did that scene with the not so naughty not girl. What are you doing?
I'm gonna hold this here so I don't get cancer.
Well, then turn it around the other way. Yeah. So.
Look at that! You're putting a divider between you two already.
Oh my God! He's smoking in a closed space.
I got the windows open.
No,
I got a charcoal air filter going.
Oh my God!
I mean, I got a fan over there.
Oh my God!
I got plants all over the place.
This thing isn't even on.
Yeah, it helps if you turn it on.
Yeah, the light's on. Some people's kids, there's nothing you can do with them.
It's big brain. How far up the grading system? How far up the grading system did Big Braden go?
Pardon?
Oh my God! Dude.
How far up the grading system did Big Braden go?
I might have to. Did you put that out?
Yes.
Oh my God. Are we into health at all?
Well, the
I'm
reason
not.
the reason he's smoking is because I think he had the Frankenhooker over, and well, you were out wailing in the middle of the street there in your
New
underwear.
shirt. It's a new shirt. Now it's tainted. I'll have to get rid of it.
Let him send it to you.
It's not signed, but it's got Greasy Strangler smoke scent on it.
Mm.
No.
And if you like, I could, dry off my armpits or something. Add a little more fragrance to it.
I heard you do that when you're at his house anyway.
Pardon?
I heard you do that when you're around him anyway.
Well, yeah, but I just go like this. Because I would be farting, but I'm dressed now. So
well, don't do it when you
last
light the.
time you were in a close proximity to a cigarette blowing in your face. Do you smoke?
Nope.
It's been since I was in my parents' house. They smoked all the time, and I hated it, and I moved out.
Well, I thought Big Ronnie was your parent.
yeah, I evicted him.
Only in an imaginary land.
You guys still
afraid to leave.
You guys ever try to score a few bucks by taking people naive people on tours to tell them where famous musicians hung out?
Well, I give people tours of here in lovely Long Beach where I live.
Yeah.
When they come to visit.
Beautiful.
I've done that. I show where
see the ocean.
It's that way.
You stick your head out, look to the left, you could see the ocean.
Yeah, if you could look through the walls that way, you could see the ocean, But I had that view for years, and I like the mountains, which you can't see today anyway, better.
So the Witches of the Sand, yeah, I got my name on that, and it actually looks like it's going to be really good. Lynn Lowry is part of that, and it was a post she put on Facebook where I caught wind of the Witches of the Sand. It's got a lot of people in it I've interviewed as well. So why isn't Sky part of that? Why are you getting all the roles and he isn't?
I don't do non-union projects, man.
I did that on Skype during the pandemic. He asked me if I'd do it, and it was and we worked out a way to do a scene and then a public service announcement at the same time on wearing masks, and we did it. He sent me the props that I needed. As soon as I got them, I got a hold of them and we shot it.
Well, how the Greasy Strangler can't be worried about the pandemic.
Why not?
Why? Because why he could still run around naked and covered in hot dog and hamburger grease or whatever else, and go in the car wash. You do that late at night, so you're not affecting. The only person you might be affecting is that poor guy, the poor blind guy that
Big Paul.
Big Paul.
He's great. Gil's great.
Yeah, I mean, I just had to kill Gil. He was, I don't care if he was my best friend. His disco dancing sucked. And I couldn't be associated with that.
We actually never saw him disco dance, but we just thought, wow, he can't disco dance.
Well, here's a question. Was this the movie where you two first met?
Yes.
And you two are still friends, I think that's awesome that
I
you two
wouldn't go that far.
Oh, well, Sky, are you being a bullshit artist? You said that you guys were buddies.
So the only time I hear from him is if he needs something.
He's like today.
You know, he's
Yeah.
always begging me to give him more art. You know, it's just he's annoying.
Well, he needs to make his house look good. That's why he needs more art.
He needs to learn to.
I've got plenty of art.
Well, you could send him a naked sculpture of yourself. What do you think of that? Be good?
I think I gave him one of those action figures because I do have an action figure out there.
Of the Greasy Strangler?
Yeah,
Oh, is there one
Somewhere.
really?
yeah.
Oh, where
There's a
can you get?
couple of them. I think
Oh,
there's three or
wow.
four. There's one I really want to get a hold of that I haven't been able to, and it's got me in a bathtub with grease pouring out of it. And I'm sitting there, you know, scrubbing my back. Grease.
Well, what about Big Braden? Why doesn't he have any action figures?
He got a portrait done by the woman who did mine. Who I, you know,
We have a lot of fan art flowing around out
Yeah.
there, but action figures. There's a company called Trick or Treat Studios.
Yeah, I'm
It's
familiar.
Dustin Mabry's company. He's done masks for a bunch of different movies. He was going to do some action figures of us because that's what he does. Trick or Treat Studios does action figures and this and that. So we're working on it, man. It's slow but sure. It's not an easy thing to do.
So what kind of action figure? Like, would it be one of these ones where you pull the string out and it, like Woody from Toy Story, where he says, "You're the bullshit artist."
That'd be great.
no, I was
That'd be
thinking
great.
you pull the string and my cricket rises up and sprays you.
That'll go over big, huh?
A Big Braden could come with one outfit and underneath just his underwear.
Yeah, we get different outfits that we can like
Yeah.
Ken dolls.
Hmm.
Yeah, but you realize with a Ken doll, you don't get a dick.
Yeah. Yeah. He's hacking up a lung here.
Oh, what? You got to get him to stop smoking.
Oh my God.
I remember when I had him on the last time, he got phone called by, "Oh, look at that." Holy cow. You know what? He was saying that was really his penis. It wasn't a prosthetic. It was really his.
Yeah, it is.
It is. I've got it in a jar over there.
I heard sometimes he uses it as a billy club occasionally.
Well, the last time I used it is to put a nail in the wall so I could hang a poster. But,
Of him?
Of me.
So, what's it like doing the cons together? You know, does Rebecca join you guys for the cons, or can she not bear that?
No, she just, you know, approves my going and makes sure that I'm well taken care of.
That's another thing that I annoy him with. I get him all this work and put money in his pocket.
No, why would you call that an annoyance, Michael?
Because of having to sit in a car with him for 5 hours.
Which never happened.
What do you mean? We went to Arizona and back. God, that was hell. And
It
we
was
may be
hell.
going back to Arizona again, I hear.
Yeah, but it was hell because he had to roll the windows down because you kept smoking.
No, he didn't smoke. No smoking in my car, man. No.
But I did make him stop a couple times so I could go smoke. But it was like 115 out, and there's no way you wanted to be out in that.
Boy, it was tough.
It was.
That heat was just so, what's the word for it?
And now they've had flash floods, so you can't drive there from here anymore because the road got washed out. And you know,
Well, that's good for the Greasy Strangler. That way, in case you can't get to a car wash sooner.
Yeah, I could just lay it out in the middle of the street and get washed down the wash. Have you ever experienced a flash flood?
Nope.
Ah, they're wonderful and deadly.
Experienced the flash with hail.
So you two live in close vicinity of each other. So how often do you two get together?
Only when we have to.
Okay, that's every day.
No,
So
we got together the last because they had a con here in Long Beach, and uh, he drove me there rather than let me walk. Uh,
That was fun.
yeah, it was. I got to meet some of my neighbors.
That was a fun time, man. I hope we do that again.
well,
And
We're going to do Scare Fest in October.
okay, where's that
That's
at?
in Lexington, Kentucky. The October 21st, 22nd, 23rd.
Oh wow, I'm gonna look that up here.
That's going to be a fun time.
Well, it should be
Staying
with
until-
you guys there.
Yeah, we haven't done. You did Kentucky once, right?
I don't know.
He did
Once.
Kentucky Fried Chicken. He had to grease
Yeah,
up.
I've done that.
This was they had you out there along Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Tennessee,
Okay.
I did that because I did, the film festival there.
So this will be the
And,
first time in the the Midwest area for us in a long time.
I was back there for a short film, and that I also did in Chattanooga. Thing called They Came Prepared. I'm not actually sure what the name of it is. It was a short film. It was a schoolroom scene, and it was a really fun day. I got to work with some great people, and anytime you get a day like that and get paid for it, you're happy, or at least I am.
Oh, you got some good people that's gonna be at this because the big headliner is Robert England. Should
Oh
be you
wow!
guys. Lance Hendrickson, Kane Hodder, Robert Patrick. You got some Friday the 13th Part 3 people, but I gotta say, big crush on Tracy Savage. I've had her on here 3 times.
I worked with Robert Patrick.
Did he turn into a Terminator?
No, no. He played a cop in this movie I did with Alex Pettifer. You know Alex Pettifer from Magic Mike?
Yes, I do. Now that you mention it. Yep.
Yeah, I did a movie with him, and Patrick was in it. He's a nice guy.
Why didn't you
Serious
and
actor.
why didn't you Michael St. Michael's do Magic Mike? I think you guys should have done that.
Pettifer's a phenomenal actor.
That's why he did it instead of him.
Linnea Quigley, Dee Wallace, I've interviewed. Lara Park Lincoln, love her. Yeah, you got some.
We're gonna have a good time, man.
Tom Matthews is everywhere. He's at both cons I'm at this fall.
So you need to come down for that.
Yeah, will they let you into the country?
Oh, I don't have a passport yet. There you guys are. There you guys are. Just don't get a table next to Robert England or Linnea. Well, you might want a table next to Linnea Quigley. You guys might.
We don't choose. They put us where they want to, and it's usually good. They really do a good job at placing people.
Did they actually place you two together?
Unfortunately, yes.
He gets a table and I get a table right next to each other. We have our banners and stuff. It's fun.
There's a wall between us, so I don't have to look at them.
Oh, you have to look at each other.
Well, he can see my picture.
Oh, he would definitely wants to see. Boy, that's got great lineup here. You guys intimidated about being all around all these people?
Who?
What do you mean intimidated?
Being around all so many lovely women. Oh,
I love
jeepers.
that.
I would melt if I met Tracy Savage. Lar
I
Park
wouldn't.
Lincoln.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
know, but I probably would offend her.
Oh man, yeah, boy. So who have you guys at the cons? Who have you guys ever been close to? Like in terms of table wise? Any stories?
Oh, what's her name from Sleepaway Camp?
Oh,
Uh,
Felissa
yeah,
Rose? I love her. I met her last year at Frightmare the Falls.
um, Philip H. and Somo. He had me in to do a music video. And then I actually got to go on stage with him.
Why didn't Big Braden get invited?
I did, but I turned it down.
Why? Why are you being a sourpuss?
Oh, I'm not a sourpuss at all.
I'm
I
calling
just choose,
bullshit
I
on
choose
that.
my projects very carefully, man.
I'm calling bullshit
I
on
do
that.
too.
Because
I only choose projects where they gave me money.
yeah, where they abuse him and he has to chase the producer around for his money.
I had to do that once, and I'm never doing it again.
Okay, no, you don't. You get Sky to do it.
You know, I mean, I
Uh-oh. You got your there you go. Who did that?
That hey Greg, that doesn't happen with me.
Oh, it only happens with him?
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, it only happened with me. He'll
it
have
doesn't.
his chance.
It doesn't happen. I don't do non-union projects, man.
And there's the video dead. I own part of that movie. It's been out for years. I haven't seen any money since the original distributor went bankrupt.
That's another story.
And you know,
Are you calling
and
bullshit on that?
he better not.
I don't know anything about it. It's just bad business.
No, it was a limited partnership. You know, we were all given points on the movie. We all got our money, and actually, we were doing rather well, and it was just converting to commercial television when the distributor went bankrupt. So we didn't get that money or any reoccurring money. But up till then, we were doing rather well from that movie.
I judging from the reaction, Sky's calling bullshit on that.
No, I don't call bullshit on that. It's just no comment.
He'll come. When
No
are we
comment
going?
on Michael's lack of business savvy.
So when are we going to get to see a Greasy Strangler Part 2?
I think I did a tweet on that. I said, I'm down. You need to talk to Jim Hosking in Spectrovision.
Well, why don't you guys get in touch with him? You guys are doing all these cons. There must be something. There must be average. You guys get a lot of people that come to your table, right?
So we get,
Oh, that sounds very
we
enthusiastic.
get more when I'm there than when he's there by
Actually,
himself.
I had my best time when he wasn't there. Atlanta, Georgia.
I would have been there, but I was busy working.
Michael, are you calling bullshit on that?
No, I'm not. I know.
That was a fun time, man. Atlanta. Wow.
I liked Indianapolis when we set up a podcast interview, and he was supposed to tell me when and where, and somebody wakes me up and says, "Hey, that thing is going on," and I couldn't even find it, and he, just did it without me, without living up to his obligations.
What was it? Was it
It was a podcast that we did in Indianapolis.
I don't remember that.
I set it up. You said, "Oh, I want to come too," and then you ended up being the only one there. He does that to me all the time.
His manager is.
She is not.
Yeah, she's supposed to take care of this.
Rebecca?
For
Oh, come on. Don't go bad mouth Rebecca. Oh, she's not here to defend herself. She'll call bullshit on that. She's going to call bullshit on that.
She's an agent. She's, an agent of protection for me. I mean, she gets to be the bad guy because she, when I say I need all these things and I won't, she makes sure that happens. And things like that,
So what do you need?
A lot. I mean, it's ridiculous how much it costs to get me someplace. It's like every time I go to LAX, it costs them an extra $150 to get me from the curb to the airplane.
So what does Sky need?
Another $150 to get me from the airplane to the Uber that takes me home.
Oh, I thought Sky was the Uber that takes you home.
Not always.
I like how he lowers his head.
Very rarely, I would say.
I like how he lowers his head, like shame.
No, it kind of bums me out because I mean, that's like $300 I could be getting part of. But the production company has to pay that to get me. When I did this other movie for a couple of days in Silver Lake, and well, anytime I do anything now because I can't drive.
Why can't you drive?
I don't have my car registered. My driver's license expired. And I'm blind and deaf. Let's see. I mean, those things don't stop you from driving in California. Being blind and deaf is nothing. But once you get in the bad side or the wrong side or slip through the cracks at DMV, you can never get out. Because I've been trying for three or 4 years now. And aside from spending a lot of money for nothing, I have got nothing.
It's DMV at California is a rough place.
And so
you don't want to get messed up there, man.
And it bums me out because I've got my favorite dream car that I was just about ready to finish building, and it's just sitting there for the last 2-3 years.
Yeah.
And I don't get to drive it. And it's just the kick in the head to drive.
Well, you can get Sky to drive it for you.
I can't get it registered.
He'll register it for you.
Well, hey, Greg.
If he did, I might not have.
I went online and got like massive amount of paperwork for Michael. All the documents, all the paperwork for him to fill out to do this. Mm-hmm. I went and printed it out at FedEx, Kinko's, brought it here, and the rest is history. Nothing. He didn't do it.
No, I sent him $958 when I filled it out. And they don't even know what's going on with it, although they did spend it.
Oh, God.
Well, you got a film called Third Floor. I've interviewed William McNamara twice, including this year. Did you work with him on that film?
Third Floor?
Yeah.
We haven't shot it yet, or I haven't shot my part yet.
Oh, okay.
That was Nancy O'Brien brought me in on that one, I think.
Okay. Well, let's look and see what Sky's been up to. Let's see if he's got an update on his Internet Movie Database. Oh yeah, you definitely got some. What snack day? Well, that's you two every day together.
What's that?
Snack day.
Oh, that's just a friend of mine, Short.
You got a friend?
Who's on Stranger Things.
You guys are Stranger Things. So why aren't they putting you two on Stranger Things? You guys have fit right in.
I auditioned for Stranger Things, and it was me and Jake Busey, and they picked him.
Well, you're probably lucky it wasn't you and Gary Busey.
But I mean, it was between me and Jake Busey for this office role. It was a recurring role in season 3, I think. And I was really psyched. I thought I'd get that, and I didn't. But it was fun to audition for that.
I used to get replaced by Peter Fonda.
I bet you
I'm
did.
sorry he's dead, but I haven't been replaced by him since he died, which is a good thing. But, I mean, one time they even paid me when they replaced me with Peter Fonda because, you know, I had already signed a contract and they got him and they said, oh, fuck this guy, you know what I'm talking about.
My God. It's so cruel.
It is because I saw one of the things that he did that I would have done. And of course, with my ego, I'm sure I would have been much better at it.
So tell me, what would it take to convince can't remember the director's name on Greasy Strangler.
It's not going to happen.
Jim Hoskins.
Why?
It's all his fault.
And it would take an act of God to convince him to do a Greasy Strangler too.
I've played God. I've also played Satan, which is actually more fun.
Listen, if you guys promise to keep your clothes on, would he do a sequel?
You should email Jim and say, hey, what's the chance of doing a Greasy Strangler 2? See if you can get him on your podcast.
I should reach out and get him on here. Tell that you two are looking for work.
I'm actually not looking for work.
I am.
Why aren't you looking for work and he is?
I've got so many projects I'm doing that are in the pipeline. One coming up, which I can't talk about.
Why not?
I wish I could. Well, you know what it is. When you have a project that you're working on that you can't talk about, you know what that is, right?
Yeah, it's called the guy sitting beside you. I thought you were talking about the guy beside you.
No, I mean, you know, when people don't want you talking about the project and the specifics of it and all that stuff. So, you know.
Yeah, I've got one of those too, where I signed all these papers and everything. I will be drawn and quartered if I mention anything about any of the people in this thing.
Yeah.
And or what it's about,
intellectual
like that, and
intellectual property.
And I'm fine with that. You know, I just hope they don't replace me when they shoot the feature because we just shot a trailer for it. And I've got another film coming up that I may do in October, September. And I would like to, like, in A Spoonful of Sugar, I would love to do some more parts like that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, there's another one where I'm talking about Bitcoin being the future. And it's another short where I just had a day player part in. I love that stuff. Or like in the ways to eternal bliss through the sacred steep, or the teachings of the sacred storge, where I played a prophet on the street. Well, I played a homeless guy on the street with the Bible of this religious cult. And I had a lot of fun with that too. I got to stop traffic on Sunset Boulevard.
I heard that.
Change their ways.
I heard that's a regular day for you.
Ah, yeah, it was.
So, what con have you guys had the most fun at?
I had the most fun in Arizona when I ended up pissing off everybody.
How did you do that?
Which one? The one
The
we
first
just did?
one. No,
the first
the
one.
first one.
Mad Monster Party.
Yeah. I mean, you know, they gave me this hotel suite, which was way better than my apartment. I had a jacuzzi bathtub. I had a giant screen TV in the living room, another one in the bedroom. And I was so jet lagged because I just got through doing a personal screening and stuff in Virginia. And I flew from that, you know, with my ego all puffed up into Arizona. And I met this woman, there's a heavy metal bass shredder, who's, well, she plays in Europe all the time. She's on tour there again now. And I just got carried away and we spent way too much time together.
That was a fun time, man.
And I didn't sign enough autographs. I hung out with people. I offended people. I just, you know.
North Carolina Mad Monster Party was fun too.
The first one, yeah.
That was fun.
Because I'd never seen anything like this before, and I was in shock. And, you know, I mean, I walked into the hotel, and Phil Anselmo comes up, grabs me, he says, dude, you're the best actor in the world. And I'm thinking, who the fuck are you? And would you put me down, please?
Now, why doesn't he say to Sky that he's the best actor in the world?
Pardon?
Say that again?
Why doesn't he lift Sky up and say that he's the best actor in the world?
I didn't get that.
I didn't either, but you know, you were closer.
You said that this guy said that you were the best actor in the world.
Yeah.
Why doesn't he say that to Sky?
He did say that to me. He says that to everyone. Phil Anselmo, yeah.
I don't know. He and Kate aren't talking to me anymore again. I don't know what I did this. I know his house got flooded. I sent him some steaks. I guess I offended him. But I thought, hey, you're going to have people over there. You're going to be working on things. Everything in your area is swamped. And the stuff didn't get to him when it was posted. It took 2 or 3 weeks before it showed up. And I didn't tell them it was coming. They called and asked if I was the one that sent it. And, you know, because by the time it got there, all this shit was done. And I was assured that it would be there within 48 hours. And, you know, and I was just trying to help out. I figured you got all these people working,
His place
you know,
got flooded, man.
and you know, at least you could feed them something, you know. And
His place got literally in
flooded.
Louisiana.
Yeah.
His studio got washed out.
Thank goodness he could move in with you.
So he was.
No, the last time I talked to him, he wanted to put some kind of tiny house and have me move out there, but I didn't really want to do. I don't like the weather there. I'm much happier in Southern California.
It's really muggy, man, in Louisiana.
Really, I like muggy. The food because you know I enjoy eating a lot of petrochemicals. But what?
So tell me, how long before Big Braden puts Big Ronnie in a home?
What's that?
How long before Big Braden puts Big Ronnie in a home?
What do you mean? What?
I think he has to make enough money so he can afford it. Because I know my mother's in one, and it's $11,000 a month.
He's got a nice home here.
Your mother?
Yeah.
How old's your mother?
I had a mother, did you?
How old's your mom?
She's in her late 90s.
Okay.
No, it isn't.
She's a cool lady too. I talked to her on the phone.
Has she
I
seen
was
the
gonna
Greasy
buy their
Strangler?
place.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I was gonna buy their place down on the beach, and we were. I was talking to his mother about like the ins and outs of it, and she had a price in mind, and we had a price in mind, and we just didn't come together.
Has your mom seen the Greasy Strangler?
I don't think so.
Yeah, that's
Thank
not
God.
a.
Thank God.
Yeah, she's proud.
She's doing well.
So what's her secret?
We come from a long line of cockroaches. Can't kill us. I mean, like my father was 105 when he died. My mother's in her 90s. I'm supposed to go until I'm 90 and have a heart attack. And frankly, if it happened tomorrow, I'd be okay with it.
Yeah, but we wouldn't. Big Braden, look, who would talk to him?
Well, I mean, unless like the only thing I really enjoy in life anymore is working. And I don't get to do that enough. My kids are okay, my grandkids are okay. But they live in South Dakota, and how often do I get there?
Tell them to move closer.
There's no way they're going to do that.
Let me guess. I saw the Greasy Strangler.
Actually, my son did. Yeah, we had a screening in Omaha, and he and Harry, my daughter-in-law's father, came down to see it.
Oh boy!
And
that was a fun time.
It was.
I bet.
It was a fun time in Omaha.
Yeah.
In the Greasy Strangler, what was your favorite scene to do together?
Jody.
Why that?
I liked it because the fact that I didn't even know I was Jody until the night before we shot it. And then every take, all the takes end with something falling apart. Like either my fingernails fall off, my teeth fall out, my mustache falls off. But we did not do a take where some drastic crap like that didn't happen.
So the director was doing the Stanley Kubrick thing, doing like 90 takes?
No.
Nah.
2 takes, 3 takes max.
I got 10 at one time. That's because I'm such a fuck up.
So
that was a quick movie, man. You really had to have your shit together because there was no improv. It was specific dialogue. You really had to be on, or man, it would have been a massive problem if you didn't have it together.
Yeah. Well, I didn't have it together and we got through it anyway. But there were scenes that we didn't get to shoot that I worked on that I would have liked to have done. And I was really pissed when they threw in that firing squad thing. Because I thought, finally, I'm going to do a movie where I don't get killed. Because usually I'm a dead body somewhere. There's an episode of X-Files where I'm every dead body in the show. Because I used to work second and third unit with them. And I've been killed a lot as a cop.
Get killed an alligator.
Yeah, in freshwater, I get eaten by an alligator. That's embarrassing. I'm just trying to fish, damn it.
Well, maybe he liked grease.
Huh?
Maybe he liked grease.
And then there was in Mark of the Witch, or another, where I get killed. And this tiny little girl is ripping my chest open and throwing my organs around like they're toys.
Oh my God.
I mean, I thought, hey, I get to go through this whole movie and not die.
What about the witches on the sand?
But it was a fantasy.
And
Well,
the
but
rest of the movie was true life.
Right.
well, what about the Witches in the Sand? Did Tony Martin go easy on you?
Hmm?
Did Tony Martin go easy on you in the Witches of the Sands?
No, I killed him.
Well, he does get attacked by a sandwich with teeth. So
Yeah.
Oh my God.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
no, we have an argument. I strangle him and I come back with body parts and I throw it in a loaf of bread and pour some olive oil on it, have it lunch. Extra
Wow.
virgin.
So this is the only movie you two have done together, right?
We're in Tropical Cocktails, although I don't
And we
think
were going to be in an evening with Beverly Loughlin, but he had a little kerfuffle.
yeah, I decided to fall down and knock myself out and go to the hospital instead of being the bartender, where I would have got to say such lovely things as fresh nuts.
What'd you fall down for?
Oh, while. No, it was raining out, my shoes were wet, and I just slipped on the thing downstairs.
On the way to the airport.
No,
right?
in the lobby.
That you were going to the airport.
No, I was driving to San Francisco.
Oh, you were driving.
I was driving to San
I
Francisco.
thought you didn't have I thought you couldn't drive.
Well, at that point, I still could. uh,
That was
I drove to Texas and back.
That was 4 years ago, man.
Yeah, it was a long time. But
That was a fun time in Eureka, California. And then I worked 3 weeks 2 weeks in the Dominican Republic and 2 weeks in Atlanta. You came to the Dominican Republic.
I was
right?
in the Dominican Republic for about a month. And I only worked 4 or 5 days that month, which was kind of okay. I learned a new skill though. I learned how to sneeze and shit my pants at the same time. I'd never been able to do that before.
You spent a month in the Dominican Republic.
Yep.
Doing what?
Mostly hanging out.
Sneezing and shitting his pants.
I was swimming in the ocean. I was swimming in the pool. I was eating at the bar there, and just relaxing, enjoying my stay. Then
That was terrible, though. Everybody was sick.
well, yeah, but you always get sick when you go to these places.
So tell me something. When you guys, because Sky told me in his solo interview, you guys sometimes meet for coffee or something. Do you ever sneeze and shit your pants in public?
Well, we ran into each other in Hollywood once, and had some coffee.
When?
You remember when we first got back from Sundance? That guy wanted to tape us for some commercial thing. But anyway,
I don't remember.
we had a couple casting directors who just wanted to get us on their reel. I'm pretty sure because we never heard from them again. Yeah.
So sneezing and shitting your pants—that's a new skill.
Yeah, it was. I hadn't done that before.
Now, how do you apply that skill to daily living?
Well, I haven't made that movie yet, but I'm sure it'll fit somewhere.
Greasy Strangler Part 2. See, I bet you could sell that to who's it, Jim? I bet you could sell that to him. You could shit grease.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. See, I just gave you guys a
No,
$1
actually,
million.
that would be Ant Timpson, because his logo is the one that has the thing guy being cut up and the shit spewing out of its butt.
Pretty nice.
He's the only one I know who's got a logo more gross than mine. Because I used to have a company called Rash Productions, and it would just, it's got to be rash to be good. and then all of a sudden something starts eating it, and it just decays into this pile of puke-looking stuff. And I thought that was pretty bad. But then when I saw ants, he definitely topped me.
So what defines your friendship? You two obviously have a good bond. I think it's cool that you two are still connected after Greasy Strangler. So what has kept you two connected besides the movie? Like
Jim Hosking.
Yeah. If it hadn't been for Jim, this wouldn't have happened.
Jim and I talk all the time, and he said, if you hung out with Michael, go check on him. Make sure he's all right.
well,
Jim's a good guy.
he's
always, I hang out with everybody in the cast. I hang out with Sam, the tourist, Abdullah, the other tourist. I hang out with Holland. Carl and I are good friends. The guy who shows me up to Oinker's Oinker's room. That's Carl Solomon. And
we were also in the Video Dead together.
Carl, yeah.
Yeah, Carl Solomon.
Okay.
And Mel, my friend, Gil and Mel are my good friends. I got them in the movie.
Okay. So why is Michael, why aren't you friends with all these people?
I don't have friends.
Why don't you have friends?
I don't know. Probably because I'm such an asshole.
Well,
I mean, I always had this philosophy that all my friends are nice. Why should I be?
but you'll get more
That's a perfect note to stop this whole interview right there.
I was looking for what did you say it was? The video what?
The Video Dead.
The Video Dead.
The Video Dead. I forgot, Sky.
I think.
You heard of the Video Dead?
I've heard of it, yeah, but
I've never heard of it until people came and said, aren't you in the Video Dead to him? And I'm like, what's the Video Dead?
Oh.
Yeah, that's what really surprised me when I got to South Carolina for that first thing. There were people coming up who remembered me from the Video Dead.
Real horror fans.
And yeah.
And of course, Sky, you were in Miss March, and it's sad we lost Trevor Moore not too long ago. He was so funny in that.
That was one of the first things I did.
I interviewed
where I was at bear the brunt of getting cut, my dialogue cut. Because they were, you go in and you do this thing, and they edit it, and they show me walking up to the house, and they cut everything.
Oh.
But it was fun working with those guys.
Yeah, I had Jeff Mead on, who played Fireman Rick.
Wow.
Yeah, I got him on Facebook. Great guy.
That was that's how long ago was that?
2009.
That was like another lifetime.
I don't know. I used to do In Living Color, and I did a couple seasons on Hunter.
I heard that you did In Living Color and black and white.
Yeah, it was that long ago.
So what else do you two have coming up that you two want to promote besides the cons? Any projects? Come on, we need
I've got a bunch of short films that are out in festivals right now.
Well, I know St. Michael's got
Hometown Boys and South Pasadena. There's a series called South Pasadena that I joined, and it's a whole series of stuff that's going to be that's going to turn into a TV series. But South Pasadena 3, the third episode of that series, is out in the cons or in the festivals. So, and then I'm doing this thing in a couple months, which I I'll tell you about later after I can announce it.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I'm a reporter for a YouTube channel called Global Hot News, and I report on. Well, I report on environmental crime and pollution because I'm really serious about that. If we don't fix our climate, we're toast. And I've got kids, and I'd like them to at least have as much fun as I have. And at this point, it's not gonna happen.
I know you got a short film coming up called Shit Show.
I've heard that, but I'm not even sure what it is. I mean, I did it. I know that, but it wasn't called that when I did it.
Oh, I gotta click on that Shit Show. What the
Oh my God.
Shit Show? Yeah, it's a short.
Yeah, done a bunch of shorts,
Sometimes you have to do the shorts.
I don't mind. I mean, it's like doing a student film. I'd rather, go have lunch with a bunch of people who are just trying to break into the business and work with them for a day or two, and at least get some kind of lunch.
Proof of concept, man.
Then sit home and watch TV.
Right?
Crap.
In Cult of Blood, I met Dave Sheraton and Felissa Rose at Frightmare in the Fall last year.
Yeah. Did you see that music video, the Cult of Blood by the
Russian band?
Yeah, that Russian.
I haven't. No.
That was actually getting on the charts when the war in the Ukraine started.
Oh wow.
And haven't heard a thing since.
I don't know. So
The
again.
Cheney, that's the name of the band, the Cheneys.
Oh, okay. So what's it gonna take to get the director to do Greasy Strangler 2?
An email from you.
An email from me?
Along with a check for $10 million.
Well, you guys handle that, or you can, or maybe Rebecca.
We only spend the money. We don't bring it.
Oh, well, you'll have to connect with Rebecca on that. She'll love that. I brought her into that one.
I was really disappointed when I didn't win that $1 billion lotto thing. Because I did buy a ticket, and I was actually going to produce a film of me on my yacht.
With Sky?
What's that?
With Sky on the yacht with you?
Nah.
Why
We were
not?
using it for bait. When I had my boat, we used to do a thing called trolling for sharks. And that's where you tie a line on the end of the boat. You go back into the water and you let the boat drag you around.
Oh,
and we usually used it for when you had to go to the bathroom or something, pollute the ocean. So we would be chumming up the water, but we never got any sharks.
Hey, Greg, when do you have to go to work?
I go in about an hour.
So
yeah,
maybe we should wrap this up because we got another thing to do.
I like it how you say I got another thing to do. Like
another video. We got to do another video here.
And
another
I've got
video.
to do my Global Hot News report today, which is going to be on the embargo with Russia and how it's working so well in the Sudan, where Putin's cronies and him are getting like 400 and something pounds of gold a month out of there, and nobody's talking about it.
Nobody talks about anything here anyway.
And
well, don't you love how Sky, how this is how you got to start your morning?
I start my morning with the Sunday morning gas bags. Uh, and I'm really dying for a cigarette, so we got to wrap this up.
Yeah, because
Thank you for having me.
you know what?
And
I
it was
gotta.
nice of you to bring him along too.
Oh, you know
Uh,
what? I
But I
love
mean,
it.
you know, you could have done me without him. I wouldn't have minded.
He already did you, and he
You
did
too,
me, and we're
yeah.
doing us together.
Yeah, this is.
That's even worse.
Yeah,
And
I look forward to getting the beanie, and I am going to talk to the promoters to get you to one of the cons I attend here in Canada. So I think it would be fun, and I want to thank you both for coming on here today. You're both always entertaining, and I appreciate that. And yeah, but
Thanks, Greg.
before I let you two go, you guys got to figure out a way to do a plug for my show together.
Do what?
A plug for my show.
Oh, okay.
You
what's
see,
your show called?
Python's Paradise.
Hey, this is Sky Elobar, aka Braden,
And this is Michael St. Michael's.
and you're listening to Python's Paradise.
That is such a pile of bullshit. God, it's snake shit. It's bat shit. It's fucking batshit crazy.
Python's Paradise.
With
Bullshit.
Gilbert.
Horseshit.
Bullshit artists.
Thanks, man.
Thank you both so much. God bless you both. I enjoyed this. Thank you so
Peace.
much.
Yeah, be good or don't get caught.
Absolutely. Take care.
Peace.
Bye bye.